house culture.
I am here at the Ministry of Sound to support Ashley Beedle for his fundraiser. Hopefully we're going to make a shit ton of money. I first met Ashley probably about 20 years ago, and it was completely random. So I was working at Southern Fried Records and his ex was working there too. She was my boss actually. And he was coming down to play at a club night that I used to do the door for, that my ex-boyfriend from a long time ago used to DJ at. So it's like all completely, club scene basically, World of Club. And so Casey and Ashley drove with me after work on the Friday night, and we had a barbecue at my house before the club because it was a really hot day. And I can remember my flatmate at the time, I just graduated, so the year before. So my flatmate at the time walked in through the front door, and I was downstairs in the kitchen chopping a salad or something. And he came down to the kitchen and goes, "Is that Ashley Beedle sitting in the front room watching Coronation Street?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." So yeah, that was the first time I met Ashley, when we got a lifted Brighton, and then he played that night. I used to program a stage at Festival Number 6 a very long time ago, and I booked him and Joe to play back to back there, which was brilliant. And they played like, what was it? It was a history of black music, and they literally went through from like, I'd say records from like 1930s all the way up to the present day. And it was like, I think it was about a three-hour set, and it was fantastic.
Stuart Patterson from Faith here for Ashley Beedle and this lovely fundraiser at the Ministry on a cold, wet, windy London night. But great to see everyone out on a cold, wet, windy night supporting Ash. He's a multi-talented producer of many monikers and many styles, hence 4 very different rooms here that all seem to be working quite nicely now. And then Ash was one of our regular guests at Faith parties many times. We had the pleasure of having DJing. So that's our kind of relationship with him, and like everyone here that's playing has obviously got a similar relationship, whether they've worked with him in the studio or at a party, or just DJs that really respect his music and what he's done. Ashley, 2004, opening my bar in Harleston, the Lodge. We weren't ready. Ashley and Dave Jarvis were the guest DJs in their heavy disco guys days, and we weren't ready. And it was everyone that was working on it said, "You ain't ready," and I was like, "Yeah, we'll get open." And then like Ash turned up. I think we were starting at 6. He turned up 6:15 and just got out. We looked at him and went, "Okay, now." Got out a broom, and just got involved. Dave went to the bar, did sod all, and then Ash went and got a broom and literally got involved, and he was my headliner. So I think that's a measure of a man, and I always have fond memories of that. And we just we kind of, I don't think the toilets were working, but there was a few cold beers apart. We might have had to get them from the off license, but we had the sound system working, which was obviously important, and Ashley played a great set. But yeah, I always loved that. He didn't kind of was sniffy about it. He was just like, "Do you need a hand?" He literally picked up a broom and helped us tidy the place. So loved him for that.
Hi, I'm Colleen Cosmo Murphy. He's one of the pioneering forces of house music, not only in the UK, but worldwide. And when I used to work at Dance Tracks in the 1990s, he quickly became one of my favorite producers. Anytime I saw an Ashley Beedle song, under his various monikers, whether it was Black Science Orchestra or Ballistic Brothers, or one of his own things under his own name, or East Village Loft Society was another one. There were so many. I always snapped it up. And then when I moved over to the UK in 1999 and I got to know him, he just didn't disappoint. He's such a wonderful, wonderful person. And he's helped out so many people, including myself. I had a baby in 2004, and a lot of people kind of forgot about me at the time. but Ashley didn't. And in fact, he got in touch and said, let's start a production and DJ duo. And we became Dark Star Discotheques. We worked together doing remixes and DJing together. And it was really wonderful to do that because I learned so much from him, especially in the studio. But he's just such an amazing person. Not only is he a great talent, he lives and breathes music, but he's a wonderful, wonderful person. That's why I'm here. I'm terrible at thinking like it, and there's certain things I probably wouldn't share. It's more like that,
Leave that now.
Okay.
My name is Terry Farley, and I'm here, like everyone else, for Ashley Beedle to play lovely music and to kind of, send positive vibes and hopefully some money his way to help the guy out. Ashley Beedle is very important, and it's very important, that the scene kind of, the scene. Sometimes, that just means loads of people taking things, taking like as much money as they can out of the night and getting the biggest fee, and agents being wankers. But tonight, it's about, people supporting our brother, really. We're not playing for free, we're playing for the honour of doing it. When people say, "Oh, I'm playing for free," it's like they're not getting anything back. We're getting a lot back from playing music tonight. For me, Ashley is about his music. About the music that he brought to our label, Junior Boys Own, and the Black Science stuff and the Ballistic Brothers. Really, really kind of intelligent. House music and Ballistic Brothers breaks and soul music. He's got his own position in British dance music. The room in where we're playing, the loft, it's filling up really nicely. Just play some different records when there's, normally when you get paid to DJ, there is a pressure to make people dance, and a lot of that is the pressure of like, oh, I want to get a return booking, I better make people dance. Whereas, things like tonight, it's about just playing like records you really love, and like there's a reason to play them. Celebration. Yeah.
That's it. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.